Welcome to the Cave Crew Radio pre-show. We are about to go live on Cave Crew Radio on YouTube and Facebook. Please share the show and remember to like, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a thing. And please leave us your comments too. Get ready. It's going to be another big show with all the latest hot topics, pop culture and weird news. Ladies and gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, here are your hosts, DK and the Big B.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cave Crew Radio Christmas Special pre-show. My name is DK. I do have Big B with me here again tonight.
Hey.
I had to write this down, Big B. We have a lot. This is a jam-packed Christmas show. This is bigger than like Katy Perry or Perry Como or any of the people that have ever done Christmas specials.
I think in the final 15 seconds before we came on the pre-show was the most prep we've done ever for this show because we had to order things.
Yeah, it's so intense. Good evening, Amanda, our favorite Scentsy salesperson in the entire world, ladies and gentlemen. Get in touch with us if you need Scentsy. Our wives will be satisfied this Christmas because
I got my lovely room spray gift from ordering the Scentsy, and it's just great.
I got like 3 sets of car smelly things, and I know my wife will be excited when she opens her gift. She does have a question about the flower diffuser for Amanda, but I'll let her message her privately. Here's what's coming up. Last week, we had a big first round, believe it or what. We haven't had a chance to briefly recap that. They're actually for the tree, but you can hang them in the car. I didn't know that, Amanda. I will have to inform Isbia.
Wait, the circle things?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Those are car air freight. How do you? What tree are they for if you get them in June?
Oh no, but she sent them to us at Christmas. I need to get a hold of Isbia, and I never thought of that.
Oh, to put them on the tree. Oh, because they're tree scented, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, Amanda, who told us she was busy building Lego and watching Christmas movies, is here. We have the review, and they're 3D. I got to look a little closer at this shit.
Ooh, you got extra special presents. Look at you.
How does something smell in 3D?
No, I think they're shaped in 3D. It's not flat.
I'm gonna have to look a little closer. Anyway. The review of last week's, believe it or what, it was fun. It was it was shocking in a way. We'll talk about that. We got to call Scotty in the chair,
right,
by about 8:15 tonight and see what the heck he's up to. He says he has a major announcement that we don't even know about. We have a major, believe it or what, announcement for the future. We also have Mike Jolitz reads the news. He's back. We have a guest announcement for next week's Thursday New Year's special. We have a short preview of what's coming for you next year. And I know Big B has some stories for us as well. But the biggest story of the night, ladies and gentlemen, we have not been here for probably well over a year, I believe. The highest court of Urine Stench Alley with the Duke of P, Big B, presiding over not just one, ladies and gentlemen, but two major motions before the court, if that's what we call it.
The highest court will be in session this evening.
So excited. It's been a while.
And it's a good the Christmas season. Maybe some good things come out of the court motions, maybe not, but we'll see.
Well, it is the dirtiest, stinkiest place on earth.
And in the terms of Urine Stench Alley, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So anyway, it's not going to snow here. We're not getting a white Christmas, even though we have one on the screen. We're getting up in the 50s tomorrow and Christmas Day.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have rain. So no snow, but we will have precipitation.
A big hello to Jason Scott as well. This is great to see everyone on our Christmas special, and we're going to try not to let you down. My biggest kerfuffle for Christmas, Big B, and I know you have a teenager as well, so I don't know if you face this, but my son has been out of school already a week and is getting some bad sleeping habits, and I really don't care. He's 17. He goes to school. He gets good marks. He manages his own sleeping habits.
Right.
My concern is that I'm going to have Christmas morning after Christmas dinner. He needs to get his ass out of bed and let me have my Christmas morning and then sleep the rest of the time.
See, I'm in a similar situation with my teenager. But when it comes to Christmas morning or anything in the morning that, we have to do, like if we have to go out somewhere, or in this case, it'll be Christmas morning, I wake his ass up. Get your ass up, get downstairs. We got presents to hand out. Because my little one, you don't have a little one. So in our house, we have Santa. Santa has just arrived and dropped the presents. So we have to open them. So I have to get my teenager up, get his ass out of bed downstairs so we can do the Santa presents and everybody else's presents. After that, he can go to fucking bed for all I care. I don't care.
Right. I'm same as you. Yeah. But the little guy's going to be jumping. See, I miss the little guy. But like before, I'd sneak down the stairs to make my coffee before anyone would stir. Now it's like I got a couple hours. I can make breakfast. But watch the Pope.
Right.
Whatever comes up. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? I don't even know if I'm ready. When I started writing things down, I'm like, holy fuck, do we got a lot to get to tonight? But it's all good.
I didn't realize we had so much.
I didn't even realize until I was thinking about it in my head, because I'm uploading these posters and I'm like, fuck's sakes. And we got the epicenter, and Scotty's asking when we're going to call, and holy moly.
It's a jam-packed show tonight.
Well, it is a Christmas special, so it should be.
Very true.
These holiday shows should be just a little bit more jam-packed.
Didn't we confirm what time we were calling him, like earlier today?
Yeah, but he's Scotty in chair.
That is true.
Right. All right, I'm going to start to get rid of some of this stuff, and the snow is gone, ladies and gentlemen. We can't have the snow for the entire show. I do apologize, but we promise we're going to try and keep you entertained throughout the show. So sit back. Here we go. We're going to start the radio. We're going to get things going. It's the Cave Crew Radio Christmas Special. We'll see you on the other end of this.
Air traffic control, bringing New York. Roger that. Bringing Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Santa's struggling through his list. Bobby, Tommy, and Joe have been good. Oh my. Oh dear. Look at Sir Bigby. All he does is wish harm on everyone and his psychic decay. I think he has been deep in the eggnog. Not this year, boys. Another year of exactly what you deserve. Ho, ho, ho.
Cave Crew Radio wishes you a Merry Christmas.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gonna go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clavin, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's on power, one goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
This just in before I do my regular intro. Jason Scott has just eaten a whole coconut cream pie. Unbelievable. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DK. It is, in fact, our Christmas special. It is, well, it's turned out to maybe be a bigger special than any we've ever had. But we are live here on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are live at cavecrewradio.com. And in case you're listening to just the audio, you're probably listening on podcast. And we are everywhere podcasts can be found. Great to be here. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight for this very big show, I am joined as always by the self-proclaimed president-elect of the United States, the Duke of P, as knighted by the Queen herself. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't have a lot of time for it tonight, but always the epicenter of something, Sir Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am Sir Big B, your president-elect of the United States of America. And as always, the epicenter of something this week. I am the epicenter of all things holiday meal preparation.
Oh, yes, you are the chef. I am here as well.
That's right. So sort of got news on that front. We are not doing the Cornish game hen meal tomorrow due to some non-COVID health-related reasons. My wife's family, we will not be gathering tomorrow. We will do it in early January. Again, non-COVID related health reasons.
That's important. It is not Omicron.
No, it is not Omicron. It's not COVID at all. Okay. But tomorrow night, as I do every year, I'll be going by my friend's house. So I will be making ribs. I'll be smoking a couple of racks of ribs tomorrow, one for my friend and one for my neighbor. So I have that preparation going. And then we were just discussing what we're going to do for Christmas Day. I have a Wagyu prime rib roast that we are smoking.
Speaking of that, I have not got my smoker yet. I have to wait to see. I was told again by my son tonight as I walked in and didn't say hi that I am on the naughty list.
Ooh.
So Facebook users here. Great to see a Facebook user. Tell us who you are. If you're a regular, you should click that button and we'll know who you are. Scott Morris just posted the big reveal on the Facebook group, so I'll let you handle that, but we need to call him first. And of course, I won't have time to upload it onto the stream. Scotty, we're calling you in just a few minutes, but we're doing turkey and all that stuff. But yeah, I have a smoker. I am so excited. I've got a moose roast in the freezer. I think I told you about it earlier.
Oh, the moose roast. Yeah, right. Okay. You did tell me about that. I was just going to say, what the fuck is a moose roast?
I did want to ask, though, you said it was not COVID related. It is not syphilis or gonorrhea.
No, it is not.
Good. Both of those are out of the way. We have ruled out COVID and rape, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it is no rape, no COVID, just a health related reason. But we will be getting together in about 2 weeks or so, right after the new year. We will be doing a festivus, so to speak.
And will you be serving the Cornish hens?
At that point, yes. At that point, we will be doing the Cornish game hens.
I can't wait for the quail. We'll have to get pictures and stuff like that. But the prime rib also sounds delicious. And we hope everyone else has. For some reason, Jason Scott thinks I'll be attacking the toilet after the moose roast.
He seems to be obsessed with people attacking the toilet. Yeah. In the past hour, he's accused now you and Amanda of having to run to the toilet after a meal.
And maybe him after that coconut cream pie.
Yeah, I mean, he just ate an entire coconut cream pie, so I wouldn't be, throwing stones. And by the way, I did see the big reveal. It is huge.
Okay. It's coming in just a minute. But remind me at a later date, Big B. I have always been fascinated by the New Orleans, the boils they do with the crab and the crawfish.
And the crawfish boil. Yeah.
Corn and the shrimp and
right.
And I, of course, with COVID especially, I've never been able to get down there. I found a place and I need to try it.
Okay.
I don't have the equipment to do it here, but we'll follow up on that later. Jason Scott making potty jokes, always good at Christmas.
He's all about the potty.
He spent all of Christmas on the loo and at the squirrel. Great to see everybody here tonight. All right, folks. I think we should call Scotty and Chair here. Let's see if this works. And it should.
Hopefully.
Hello? Hello?
He did pick up.
Hello?
I would say hang up and try again.
Nothing is ever going to be easy with this. And I hope you take this into consideration later in the show. Now I lost the number, so I have to... There's no redial, of course. There is no redial. Everybody hang on. We're dealing with Scotty and Cher, so this may not go as smooth as possible.
There are very similar technical similarities between producer Scotty and Choo Choo Stew.
I hear you. It is ringing.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Oh, it's Scotty and Cher.
There we go.
Yep.
How you doing there, Scotty?
We're doing great.
All right, and you're heading into work tonight, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're walking.
Yes.
Do you have chair in case you need a rest?
I do not have chair tonight. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, are you walking all the way to work? Don't you usually take a bus?
Yeah, I have to walk to the bus stop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. And you're heading to the get-go. You left chair at home. What are you sure chair, bowl, and kettle are going to behave while you're gone?
Yeah, I think so. They've been behaving so far, so I haven't come home to any messes yet.
Okay, so well, we have you before you got to start working. We got a jam-packed show. Scotty, you're going to want to go back and listen tomorrow or watch the video because you are coming up again at a later point in the show that could affect your future.
Uh-oh.
But however, you dropped a bomb on us.
I did.
Cave Crew Radio Facebook knows. Big B knows. But those of us here in the audience and myself do not know. You have a major announcement to make.
I do. I have an addition to the chair, the bowl, the table, now a recliner.
I forgot about the table. What is the new one?
Recliner.
You got a reclining chair.
I did.
And let me ask you this, because I saw the picture on the Facebook group. It looks like it's brand spanking new.
I'm betting that it's not. It's a Rent-A-Center purchase, I guess.
Oh my God! So I used to work for them years ago, and I know how this works. So you're about You're about to pay triple for that fucking chair.
You know, for what it's worth right now, it's all that matters.
Don't miss a payment because they'll knock.
Oh, I won't. I know the man. I worked with the manager of the store. He's my buddy, my wrestling buddy. So we're always in constant contact. So if I have to return it for any reason, he'll come and get it.
So so the other chair is yours. It's yours for life. This is your kin. But this recliner is like a foster child at the moment.
Sure.
Now, where exactly? Because we haven't seen the layout of said prison cell. But you were there with just a mattress, and now you've got a bowl, a kettle, a table, and now where is all this fitting?
It's big enough that'll fit.
So I have a question now. So you went to Rent-A-Center and you got yourself a very nice looking recliner. I saw it. Like I said, it looks brand spanking new. You could have gotten an actual real bed that doesn't deflate when you sit on it. You could have gotten a nice TV, and not a major huge one, but a nice TV. Why a recliner when you already have a chair?
Need something to sit in.
But you have a chair.
Chair is not happy when I sit in it.
Okay. You okay. But Big B has a very good point. What about a TV?
A what?
A television.
I have my computer and I have my phone.
Okay. And you have your recliner.
But what about a bed that doesn't deflate when you sit on it?
That's in the works.
He's got Big B a recliner.
He could sleep in the recliner, I guess. Yeah.
I've fallen asleep in the recliner.
Can we at some point get a picture of the layout?
Depends on how much I do my cleaning tomorrow.
Yeah, but we won't judge you on mess. Why would we judge you on mess? You're already renting a recliner and living in a cell with a padlock. We could care less about. And how much of a mess can you have with a kettle and a table and a chair and a bowl? Like you got one dirty dish. That's all you got.
Right. Oh, there's boxes and bags and stuff everywhere. So
all right.
I have to do some cleaning.
Maybe next
a little messy.
Maybe next we'll find you a maid. 'Cause you're
That would
moving
be
on up,
that would be
Scott.
worth it.
You are the George Jefferson of Cave Crew Radio right now.
How great would it be for a maid to show up at the boarding house and knock on Scotty's door, and Scotty allows the maid in, and he goes out for the day while the room gets cleaned? What would everybody else think?
I think, well, whoever was here or at the house probably wouldn't care because everybody's doing their own thing.
Well, and I got to say, Big B, that as far as progress goes, Scotty in the last 2 months or even 2 weeks has made much more progress in his life than I have made in mine. I feel very stale. I do have the TV, but I feel like my progress is very stale compared to him. I don't know what's next.
Well, you got to remember, he over the past, let's say, month, he started with basically nothing. So anything is huge progress.
What does it feel like now to sit in your recliner with your bowl and eat soup from where you were before standing up?
It's awesome.
See?
Extremely, it's awesome. It's nice, comfortable. It reclines. It's I don't know. It's really cool.
All right. And do we dare ask, what is the weekly rental or rent own on that?
Like $25, something like that. It's not that much.
Okay. Hey, that's your, that bone skinny pig that you had to start with. Now you got a whore of a chair. I'm worried about original chair.
No, chair's fine. And chair will be a little bit more, I guess, vocal tomorrow.
Good.
You'll see chair popping up in the group tomorrow.
I would love to see Chair doing some Christmas things, like Chair by some Christmas lights and some decorated places.
I'd like to see Chair and foster child Chair in a fight. Kind of like normal people.
I'll see what's around the neighborhood tomorrow, and possibly Chair and I can go visit a couple places and see, just to hang out for a minute.
The rest of North America and Europe has Elf on a Shelf. You have Chair. Do you dare?
There you go.
Yeah. Great news, Scotty. I can't wait. The next thing you're going to tell me is you're going to buy a goldfish or something. I just can't wait.
Oh, no. I've done fish before.
Yeah, no pets?
No, they're all at the house.
Are you allowed pets at the boarding house?
I would probably think not.
Do you have visitation rights after signing that major paper with Angie that you weren't allowed to tell us about? Are you allowed to visit?
Yeah, I'm allowed to visit. I'm allowed to go pretty much anytime I want, just as long as I can tell them that I'm coming over.
But are you going to rob them blind and not tell them?
No, because the dogs are there.
Right, I realize that, but you could be like who's the one with 101 Dalmatians, Big B? Sevilla DeVille or whatever her name is.
Oh, isn't that like Cruella or something like that?
DeVille or yeah,
something like that.
No,
okay.
They're perfectly happy with that place. They would eat everything in the room anyway if I were to bring them over,
including Chair.
Including
Foster Chair. Foster Chair would get fucked up.
And foster Chair would be toast, and so would Bed.
I love how we talk about these items. I got to get you a spot on Treehouse. You need your own show. Just don't end up like that dude from Blue's Clues. All right,
made his triumphant return.
Yeah, he did. So
yeah, he's awesome.
All right, I can't wait till the show's over and I can take a look at the foster chair.
You're not going to look at it right now?
Would you like me to show it to the camera?
A show. And if you are going to be involved in the show, even remotely, you will understand we take it serious and we try to put a production on.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm second or third chair then.
You're not third chair. You're nothing until
I'm nothing. Okay.
You're nothing until we say you are, and that's why you may want to watch tomorrow. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Fine.
Big B as look at that. Oh, the other chair is put to shame, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, this looks overstuffed, very comfortable, and like I said, it looks like it's brand spanking new.
It is nicer than my recliner. And I have a favorite recliner. I will post mine and show you at a later date. Okay, Scotty, listen, we got to run. We'll be in touch. Hopefully soon you'll be joining us on camera again in said foster chair.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You have a great night.
You guys have fun.
We will, and we will talk to you very soon.
And do me a big favor.
I'll do my best.
Don't name a show after me.
Well, we don't know yet. It's not that
All
time.
right.
Would you like to wish? Would you like to wish all the cave dwellers and all the inanimate objects that they have in their house a Merry Christmas?
To all the Cave Crew Radio guys and gals, Merry Christmas from Scotty and Chair. Signing off. Guys, have a great night and have fun.
All right, we'll see you, Scotty. Catch your breath.
I will.
All right.
All right. Night, guys.
There we go. That was I wasn't expecting that.
When I saw it, because you have to approve to post, and I approved it, and I was blown away when I saw that picture.
Foster chair. Because I worked there in my youth. I was a manager. I don't know if I've ever talked about this before.
No.
Center and first choice rent to own. I thrived in that business. But what you do is you rent furniture to people that can't get credit and perhaps not afford to buy new. And then as soon as they miss a payment, you repo it and you turn around and rent it again.
It's great.
Risk Big B is ridiculous. It's over double.
Well, I went to rent to own a couch from Rent a Center one time, and you had to put in references. So I gave him my friend's phone number. And apparently they tried calling him, but he didn't pick up for whatever reason. They never called me to let me know this, and I'm sitting there. I took off work that day, waiting for the delivery, and they never showed up.
That's the way we are.
So, I got on the horn with them, and I got into a very heated exchange with the manager, and I ultimately had to go down there to physically get my deposit back. And there were people there making sure it was civil.
And can I tell you, you do realize the purpose of the reference, right? They take 3 or 5, or I don't remember what it is anymore, because as soon as you miss a payment, and you stop answering your phone, we call you right. Next week, remind me if we're chatting to Scotty, because he works Thursdays, so he won't be back until we have a Friday show.
Right.
But, who his references were?
Good question.
I'm curious to that. Scotty, if you're watching, and you can always let us know. All right, moving on. Like I said, Big B, we don't even have time to take a breath tonight. Last week, we had another edition of Believe It or What.
It was huge. It was Isbia versus Mike Devine, and it was a huge matchup.
Right, and we have now solidified bracket B that Dr. Mike Devine. I think he's adapting to Mike Denver.
Mike Denver.
Which was an error by our announcer, but he ran with it. Great. I love it. But he is now going to face Jason Scott in the second round, which will be coming as soon as we finish the first round, which we'll talk about later. But one of the interesting things, it was the first time, Big B, that one of the life preservers were used.
One of the transfer the question to your opponent.
And it was costly.
It was the one that drove Mike Devine to the victory.
Yeah.
The score was 4-2. It was Isbia's turn. The question was asked. She said, I'm going to use my final life preserver and transfer that over to Mike Devine. Mike Devine got the answer correct, and obviously in the race to 5, he won.
And we were very clear with Isbia. We said, do you realize if Mike Devine gets this correct, you will lose? And she said, no, I don't know the answer. I've used my other lifelines. And I was wondering in afterthought, are you keeping track of the success rate of the lifelines, like remove an answer, ask Big B?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I was just curious because, there's a risk with each one.
Right.
And I believe last week when they used remove one, it did no good.
Right. It did. That was in the first cereal. You removed cornflakes and somebody said bran flakes, and it was wrong.
The other one was the car. I removed the Thunderbird.
Right.
And that didn't work as well. So the interesting thing in round 2 is they only get to choose 2 of the 3 lifelines. But will anyone ever again pass the question?
I don't know. Couple of observations really quick. So we've gone through 3 of the 4 first round matchups, and some trending here. Whoever has gone second, when you draw out of the hat, not what's based upon these brackets here. When you draw out of the hat, whoever has gone second has won every single matchup.
Really? Now, see, that's the kind of statistic I was looking for. I didn't realize that. So when I reach into the hat, you're hoping that you are going to go second and not first.
Well, every single person that has gone second has won. Last week was the first time nobody got a question right in the first round.
Really? See, you have stats. I was asking you for stats. Yeah, I don't know.
No, well, you asked me for specific stats of success rate of life preservers, which I don't have.
Well, I'm one of those new age coaches, right? Like I'm all into analytics.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't agree with analytics. They go, the best, the purebred will win no matter what. Whereas I say, I don't know. I like to watch these players. I like to analyze what they do. There's a mental aspect to this, and I like to understand it. Now you're shedding light on a lot of this stuff, and maybe people that are in the contest are still listening to you.
I'll throw another one out at you. After 5 rounds of each individual matchup, 2 out of the 3 were tied at 2. And the other one was a score of 3-2.
Okay. So when they're bitching and complaining, these questions are too hard, I'm no good at trivia, you're asking too many American questions. I've heard just about every excuse through the first round, Big B.
Right.
Stick with it. Play the game. It's like Stratego.
Yep.
Yeah.
And another trend that I can see is that the winner generally goes on a streak of answering consecutive questions correctly.
Okay.
So Amanda answered the final 4 questions she got asked correctly.
Really?
Jason, because Jason and producer Scotty was really back and forth, he answered the final 2 questions correctly. Mike Devine answered the final 3 questions correctly. So once they start getting on a roll, they have momentum.
They get their vibes. They're in the okay. I like that. Well, we might as well continue on the believe it or what front, because there is only one more match. There will be implications coming up on the court of Urine Stench. However, I have a temporary confirmation, and I'd like to bring this into screen, and of course give them the tribute of the song.
Fact or fiction? True or false? Right or wrong? Let's go. It's time to play Believe It or What?
Or what? And the date is set for Friday, January 14th, 2022. Big B, you have named this as the Blood Feud. Tell them why. Tell everyone why.
This goes all the way back to the inaugural Choo Choo Mania. We had CJ Ripka on a couple of shows prior to Choo Choo Mania, and him and Afka would always butt heads on something. And that's when we came up. We said, all right, we're going to settle this. We're going to have Choo Choo Mania, and we're going to settle this once and for all. What we did not know was that Choo Choo Mania was not only going to not end the feud, but it would exacerbate it. It would end in controversy, and it would become an ultimate blood feud.
Right, and Choo Choo Stu, ladies and gentlemen, aka Afka, the artist formerly known as, admitted later that he did in fact cheat in that first event.
That was the chugging contest, the beer chugging contest. He admitted that he filled his beer with water.
Yeah.
But we did not know that we actually didn't know that for years. He just recently admitted it not too long ago. And of course, it ultimately ended in huge controversy over the point total. It was by one, but it was a lot of back and forth. So this is the ultimate blood feud. Can we finally settle it on January 14th, 2022?
And let's say again, those of you that witnessed from the very beginning of this Believe It or What tournament, this was a completely random draw.
It was.
All 8 names went in the hat. And these two facing each other, it must be fate.
It has to be. You can go back to, I don't even know what show it was, but you can go back and watch. All the entrants were in a hat. They were picked out one by one, and they were matched up accordingly.
So once we get this bitch out of the way, we can move on to round 2. But this is almost like a mini main event.
Talk about a main event to finish round 1 and to start the new year off is tremendous.
Right. And not to take away from any of the other rounds, they were all entered. The guests are number one, entertaining. Yep. They're great people, winners and losers, and the matches were fantastic. And I've had so much fun being the host or the question reader of this. It's been, I have no idea who's going to win. We've made predictions but if you got to pick one, who would it be, Big B?
I would say Afka.
You'd go Afka on this. Okay.
He has to, this whole Believe It or What started me versus him every week. Yeah. So he's been through it. He's experienced. He knows what to expect.
He knows a lot about a weird shit, right?
He knows a lot about weird shit too. That is correct.
All right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The artist formerly known as and CJ Ripka, scheduled for Friday, January 14th, 2022. I think this would be a good time, Big B, for us to move in. Unless you need a break and you want Mike Jolitz to catch your breath.
Yeah, let's do Mike Jolitz and then we'll go in.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, a regular segment on the show. A great friend of ours from Arizona. His name is Mike Jolitz. Does a quick little blast of what's happening in the news. Gives me and a Big B a break to contain ourselves. Coming up after Mike Jolitz, ladies and gentlemen, will be the highest court of Urine Stench Alley. If you have never been in the court of Urine Stench Alley, you're going to want to wait for this one. So consider it a commercial, even though it's not a commercial. And by the way, Big B, it is Mike Joliet's birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Mike Jolitz.
So on behalf of all of us here at Cave Crew Radio and all the cave dwellers that love you, Mike, we hope you have a great birthday and, of course, a Merry Christmas to go along with that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Urine Stench Alley is next. Until then, here's Mike reads the news.
Hello, Cave Crew Radio. Hey, how the hell are you guys? Hope you guys are well. Hey, guys, it is now time for the news. O.J. Simpson was officially released from parole in Nevada. Yes, the juice is loose. The Taylor Swift album listening party in Sydney has turned into a COVID super spreader event. Everyone in attendance has to isolate for 7 days. We have also been instructed to get a better taste in music. The Arizona Cardinals lost on Sunday to the absolutely shitty Lions. How you feeling now, Cardinals fans? Your team sucks. Ruth. The world's richest man, Elon Musk, has quite a hefty tax bill he's paying. Apparently, he has to pay $11 billion to the government. I hope he pays it all in singles or in pennies. Kim Jong fat fuck and the North Korean government banned drinking and laughing for 11 days on the 10th anniversary of Kim Jong fat fuck's dad's passing. Kim or his body double, they lost some weight too. Betty White is almost 100. She announced she's having a one-of-a-kind party to celebrate. She plans on a bukkake party, and it will be televised. Well, that'll be better than New Year's Rockin' Eve, at least. YouTuber and all-around douchebag Jake Paul beat MMA fighter Tyrone Woodley in a boxing match last weekend. Yeah, beat. Good one. Good one. Paul Rudd was awarded People's Sexiest Man Alive for 2021. DK was ranked 11th and Sir Big B was number 12. I didn't make the list, but former co-host Afka was ranked 21st. There's a Whataburger out by my house now. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but if it's free, I'll eat it. Anybody's buying. Bring some by to Rude Bassett Studios. I'll take it. Saw one of DK's fellow Canadians at Walmart yesterday. I asked her if she listened to Cave Crew Radio. She said she hadn't. I gave her the deets and where she can listen. So, yeah, worth a try. And finally, in news, Time magazine announced Elon Musk as the person of the year. Alrighty, guys, it is now time for the weather. Heading over to Windsor, Ontario, Canada. On Friday, there's a 50% chance of rain with a high of 48 degrees. Saturday, 50% chance of rain again and a high of 49 degrees. Sunday is going to be cloudy and a high of 40. Ouch.
Stay warm, DK.
Heading over to Queens, New York, where Sir Big B is. It's going to be a high of 46, and it's going to be partly cloudy. On Saturday, we're looking at 49 degrees with a 60% chance of rain. Sunday is going to be partly cloudy with a high of 48 degrees. Out here in Surprise, Arizona on Friday is going to be 59 degrees with, get this, a 100% chance of rain. Damn. Saturday is going to be 62, cloudy. Sunday is going to be high 59, and it is going to be partly cloudy depending where you are. All right, I guess that does it for this. Mike reads the news. Tschüss, ciao, and auf Wiedersehen, everybody. See you guys next week. Hope you all have a fabulous Christmas, and you guys take care. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.
Dr. MacDo, what have you found?
Captain, I have discovered a new variant.
You know what we have to do.
Damn it, Jim. No one can save us now.
Mac, what's it called?
Jim, I call it Acastus.
The Argonaut. There are only two that can save us now. Activate the circuit breaker, Mac.
Commencing lockdown, Commander. Contacting our source.
DK, Big B, the world needs your help. God help us, lads. We are taking the mick.
Let the shenanigans begin, boys. The world needs you more than ever now.
Cave Crew Radio 2022. The tradition lives on.
Well, there you go. Cave Crew 2022 coming at you in another week or so.
Big announcement.
Big announcement. Mike Jolitz, great guy. Happy birthday. I was ranked 11th.
How did I come one behind you?
Well, I think I'm just a tad bit sexier than you.
Wow.
Maybe we should poll in the Cave Crew Radio Facebook group.
I'm sure if we put a poll, we would get no votes.
We could have you, me, Scotty, Choo Choo Stew, Jason Scott,
and Chair.
And Chair would win.
Yes, and Chair would win. I think Jason Scott would come in second.
Foster Chair would steal it. Anyway, I was quite pleased to hear that. I hadn't got much good news. And this is all the reason more, Big B, I need to move to Arizona when he tells me that a 40-degree day is cold.
I was surprised that he said it's going to be like 58 degrees over there. It's Arizona. It's like 107 all year round.
It's a Canadian clipper heading down the Missouri River.
It's freezing over there. I'm sure he's all bundled up in his winter coat.
Could you imagine? Because I don't know if you've ever been to Florida.
No.
Because you're, being in New York, you're very similar weather to me. But you go down to Florida and it's 60 and they're in like onesies.
Like the freezing.
Out there in your shorts and, let's go for a swim in the ocean. And they're looking, what are you fucking nuts?
Well, a friend of mine, a coworker, had moved down to Georgia, just south of Atlanta. And one winter, they had gotten 2 inches of snow. Now, 2 inches to me and you is nothing. We shovel and we move on with life. They shut the entire city down because they had 2 inches of snow.
Unbelievable. I mean, and that's just, we're out in Crocs.
Right. Yeah, it's nothing. You shovel, you move on. You go to school, you go to work, whatever it is. 2 inches of snow is nothing. They shut the entire city down.
All right. I hate to keep rushing you because there were so many good topics tonight. Maybe we can go back to. But we need to go into a place we haven't been in a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the highest court of Urine Stench. And a lot of you may not know about this because it goes way, way back. But anyway, here we go.
Hear ye, the highest court of Urine Stench Alley is now in session. All rise for the highest authority of the court, as knighted by Her Majesty the Queen. Calling Sir Big B. Calling Sir Big B. Calling Sir Big B.
Yes, I'm here. The highest court of Urine Stench Alley is now in session.
Which we got a pretty good crowd out there tonight. And most of you have probably never sat in the court of Urine Stench Alley. Just a very brief history because we don't have a lot of time. But Choo Choo Stew, of course, told us about this sacred place of Urine Stench Alley over in England, which Big B and I are still destined to go and visit. While the rest of you are going to Buckingham Palace and Big Ben, we want to see Urine Stench Alley. It's apparently an alley that a Choo Choo Stew walks through on a nightly basis through the train, and it stinks of wacko tobacco and urine, as he calls it. He's very specific when he says that, urine. The Queen of England later appeared on our show, believe it or not. Not just Dennis Hoff has appeared on our show, ladies and gentlemen. God rest his soul. or Airplace Amy or any of those, the Queen of England then knighted Big B as Sir Big B, the Duke of P. You also have to remember there's a lot of history. Big B did not like the formalities or anything to do with Britain, but it broke his heart, and he rules an alley and an allotment, which we haven't talked about in a long time. But Big B has quite a bit of property that he is in charge of over in England.
And we have wonderful constituents in the alley of Urine Stench. So it is my duty to represent those people, those fine citizens of Urine Stench Alley, with the utmost of pride and decorum.
Yes, decorum. There's a big word.
Decorum.
Decorum. Can any of my Facebook fact finders Google that for me and let me know what the meaning is of it? Because I'm just playing smart right now. I have no idea what a decorum is.
That means you're class. You're representing yourself in a proper fashion, a proper manner, a very classy manner, above board, so to speak.
Gotcha. Okay, so in the court of Urine Stench Alley, which I can't remember the last time we went here, but there was a few times, and it's always a big event, right? Like it's always something that is controversial or we disagree with. I mean, I'd have to go back into the relics of Cave Crew Radio to find it for people, but it's always something big, and it's usually one thing. Tonight we have two. The first one I'm going to bring before you, Your Honor, is the fact that Scotty, the producer, he's been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He's annoyed the shit out of us over numerous episodes. He has been a contestant on Believe It or What, but he has inadvertently branded himself with a chair and kind of won the hearts of the cave dwellers. And we are wondering, moving forward into Cave Crew Radio 2022, if there will be a place for the producer, or now known as Scotty and Chair, Foster Chair and Bowl and Kettle and Table and Toaster. Is there any room for him? And we bring that to your authority, because we just can't make that decision on our own.
And this has been brought to the court in privately several weeks ago, and has given this court ample time to review and consider a decision. And a decision has been made, and I have prepared a proclamation.
Oh, geez.
To be read this evening with the commencement of the highest court of Urine Stench Alley.
Okay. I'm going to hide, and
I can't hear you now. I don't know what just happened.
I'm here. I'm going to hide. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go into the green room and leave you and Scotty in chair.
Got you. Okay. As I read this, by the Duke of Urine Stench Alley, a proclamation. Whereas the High Court of Urine Stench Alley, by virtue of the authority vested in it, has ruled on a motion presented by the fellow constituents of the alley. Now, therefore, I, Sir Big B, the Duke of Urine Stench Alley, and the President-elect of the United States of America, do hereby proclaim that Horizontal Scotty, Scotty and Chair, also known as Producer Scotty, be officially added to the good staff of Cave Crew Radio, bearing the title of assistant junior intern. In testimony whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of Urine Stench Alley to be affixed to this proclamation. Done at the High Court on the 23rd day of December, 2021, by the Duke of Urine Stench Alley, Sir Big B.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The majority of you wanted him here. Can you please, and you're going to have to remind me for about a month,
sure,
what the official title is?
Assistant Junior Intern.
Assistant Junior Intern. So that's even lower than when Stu was Junior Intern.
Correct. You have to work your way up. You don't start at the top.
He's got to prove himself now. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless your souls. You asked for it. It's not our fault. You wanted more of Scotty and Chair and Foster Chair.
Yes, now Foster Chair.
You will see him. Congrats, Scotty, from the chat room.
Assistant Junior Intern, Horizontal Scotty, Scotty and Chair, Producer Scotty. He will have to give it an official name. I don't know if we're just going to settle on Scotty and Chair.
I don't know. SC.
Maybe SC, but he is the Assistant Junior Intern.
There you go, Scotty. Congratulations. Welcome to Cave Crew Radio. Realize you can be fired as quickly as you're accepted. Board. But you asked for it, ladies and gentlemen. Stu brought us a lot of strange shit. I don't know what Scotty and Chair are going to bring us, but he's going to be with us for somewhat of 2022.
There you go.
This one I think is a little bit more serious. We spoke earlier of the blood feud.
Yes.
And there was posts going around. Will there be a wild card? Will CJ respond? Currently in the wild card pool, we have Eric Hajord from Sweden. We have Isbia from last week. And we also have Scotty and Chair that are all eligible to be pulled. We announced earlier, Big B, that the date was firm. Afka versus CJ Ripka.
Mm-hmm.
I am confident in Afka, Choo Choo Stew, that he will attend. The dates were put out before both of them. And even though he doesn't like to join us very often, he doesn't come and hang, as we say, very much anymore. But that's his right. He's retired. If he wants to make, guest appearances or open mics, that's up to him. But I trust that Afka will take his spot in the Believe It or What, especially since you said his history with it from the very beginning. I don't want to negate CJ Ripka, but I know he's been having some perilous times over the past couple of years since he was hosting Ron Real and guesting on the show. I don't want to say he's unpredictable, but he was forthright in saying that he was booked on Fridays and Saturdays until May. So my proposition to you is that if he shows up, it's his spot. He's confirmed. He said he's going to be there, and he is one of the first round contestants. In an unprecedented manner, I would like to next week have a standby contestant from the wild card draw that would not be guaranteed a spot, but would be there in case we need them. How do you feel about this argument?
So let me ask you this. You are proposing that next week you draw from the 3 wild cards to see who could be on standby, and then propose that they be on January 14th of 2022. They be in the chat room with, not in the chat room, but in the green room with us, just in case CJ Ripka, or for that matter, Afka. If CJ shows up, maybe Afka doesn't.
Correct.
If one of those contestants do not show up, the wild card would immediately step in, and we would have a matchup on January 14th of Believe It or What.
Right. Which could possibly end up, by the way, if the winner of that event is Eric versus Amanda, the rematch.
Oh, very interesting.
And again, I understand I'm bending the rules, and I shouldn't have this kind of concern going in. But the rest of the contestants, even though, Eric the Swede and Mike Devine, they haven't been around very much. Isbia pops in once in a while too. Afka, Jason and Amanda have been our go-tos. We know they're going to be there when they say it. So I guess there's mystery involved in every round. But I just, I'm busy through May. We got to get through this first round. There's 3 willing contestants. And to add drama to the contest, I propose this to you. Or you could wait. One may not show up. We could still have a fun show. They both are excellent guests, and we could draw a wild card for a later time. I leave that entirely up to you.
Under the circumstances,
our chat room thinks, because there's a lot of people out there.
Under the circumstances, and I did see those back and forths where he was booked until May. He's once January 14th came about, he said something to the effect of he will see what he can do, or he will make it happen, something to that effect. There is a lot of uncertainty, and the tournament needs to progress. We can't continually wait on one person or another. So in a motion in the highest court of Urine Stench Alley, I grant the motion to draw a wild card contestant on next week's show, next Thursday, right before the day before New Year's Eve. We will draw the contestant, notify them to be on standby and join us on January 14th, 2022. So we will have a matchup of Believe It or What, no matter who comes in.
So not only do we have the blood feud on the line, we have drama, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to carry 2022 bigger than we've ever been.
I think it's only proper in this instance that we have somebody just waiting, because we do not know. There is so much uncertainty going on that not only the blood feud, will he show up? Won't he show up? We don't know. We need to have backup on hand. Kind of like when a hockey game happens, there's always that third goaltender of like the bartender from down the street is waiting in the wings. 99.9% of the time, he never ever enters a game. But in that certain instance where both goaltenders go down, he's there to finish the game up.
So Isbia, Eric the Swede, and Scott Morris be on notice. But if you thought this week was a big show, Big B, there's even more going on for our New Year's special, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to want to join us on Thursday, because Afka, a.k.a. Choo Choo Stew, will be in studio next week.
We are exiting 2021 in style. with AFCA. Sorry, AFCA joining us to finish out the year.
Always a good time in the cave. Former junior intern and co-host and blood brother. Great fella. He is confirmed. He will be with us next week.
So he will be here when we draw the wild card contestant.
So not only will you get to live future editions of the Book of Stew, which is always epic.
Of course.
And we haven't talked to him in like 2 months. So I can't wait to hear what he's got in store for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't end our holiday special tonight. We continue it next week with the return of AFCA. And anybody that knows Eric the Swede, anybody that knows Isbia, I guess I know her, and anybody that knows Scotty and Cher, we hear from him on a regular basis, we will let them know. There will be a draw. No guarantee that wild card will be played, but it is going to be in place as a safety net.
I can't wait.
There will be a match on January 14th.
I am quite looking forward to this.
And we will move in to round 2.
I am looking forward to this. What a way to end the year and start the new year. Not only are we ending it big with this week's show, next week with a special guest of AFCA, but we are starting the year hugely with it could be the blood feud or the wild card stepping in unprecedented fashion. It's going to be huge.
And could AFCA defeat the mystery opponent? Because I would think if I was giving a second chance, if I'd given my best and I'd hit the wall and I'd experienced the tournament and I know what I was up against and I lost a close match, I would think the wild card could be the dream team all the way through to the end.
Can you imagine being eliminated? Let's say Eric, because that was the very first matchup.
Yeah.
Eric being the very first person eliminated from the entire tournament could be the wild card that comes in. If he wins that matchup, goes on, wins, and ultimately faces off against me in the finale, going from eliminated to the finale would be a huge story.
A huge story and a feel-good story. But hey, that's what we're all about.
I'm quite looking forward to it.
That's what we're all about. So we still have a little bit of time here. Hang on, I got to bring up my my thing here so I'm in order. But let's close off the Christmas special. I did hit everything I had to hit, right, Big B? We got the review of the Believe It or What. We got Scotty and Cher. We called them. We had the major announcement. We had Mike Jolitz. We had the guest announcement for New Year's and preview of next year. And we did the highest court of Urine Stench.
That is correct.
All right. Well, there's no better time than ever to go into Big B's news to end us for this Christmas special. Let's see what Big B has up for us this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, it's time for the news with our senior correspondent, the Big B.
Story out of your favorite place in the world.
And you'll see a theme for at least the first 3 stories. We're coming up on the holidays. This first story is about travel. Many people will travel this holiday season to and from places. So this is along those lines. This coming from NBC News, from our favorite state ever, the state of Florida.
And what better time than a Christmas special to have a Florida story?
Exactly.
Yes.
The headline reads, Florida man using thong as a mask in protest kicked off United Airlines flight. A Florida man was kicked off a United Airlines flight Wednesday after attempting to fly with a red thong on his face in place of a mask.
Not just a thong, ladies and gentlemen. A red thong.
A red thong.
The sexiest color of them all.
Adam Jenne told NBC affiliate WBBH that he's pulled the panties stunt on several flights in an effort to make a statement. I think the best way to illustrate absurdity is with absurdity, he said. Every single flight has been met with different reactions from the flight crew. The United flight crew was not amused. Jenne was removed from the flight. The customer clearly wasn't in compliance with the federal mask mandate, and we appreciate that our team addressed the issue on the ground prior to takeoff, avoiding any potential disruptions on the air, said in a statement from United that was shared with NBC News. The TSA, which is the Transportation Safety Administration, requires travelers to wear masks at airports, on planes, buses, and trains. The mandate has been extended through at least March of next year. Jenne refuses to comply. I don't wear the mask in the airport at all. At all. He later compared his law breaking to the bravery of civil rights icon Rosa Parks.
Yes. That's
Rosa Parks refused to go to the back of the bus, breaking the color barrier and bringing equal rights to all races. Jenne doesn't want to wear a mask.
Well, I did support Rosa Parks.
Yeah, and Jenne doesn't want to wear a mask. You can see the similarities, of course.
Yes, absolutely. All universes.
Right. The Federal Aviation Administration has been grappling with a spike in unruly behavior on planes all year. In a typical year, the FAA sees 100 to 150 formal cases of bad passenger behavior. Since January, the FAA has recorded more than 5,660 unruly passenger reports. More than 4,070 of them were mask related. So this has jumped 5,000%.
This is huge. I have a question.
And that's the end of the story.
Well, and I do have a question. And kudos there, Porthos, or whatever you call yourself, without wearing a mask. And I get this. I don't want the vaccine. I don't want to wear a mask. I have a healthy body, and I'm not going to catch anything. If you have a healthy body and you're not going to catch anything, would you still have unprotected sex with someone with gonorrhea or syphilis?
Good question. Being from Florida, I would assume no.
All right. I love it. A thong, though. Yeah, it's really creative. You can do a paper towel. You can do a dish towel. You can pull your shirt up. But a thong.
One of my favorite ones was, I forget her name. It was a representative in Congress, Marjorie something. I don't remember her name off the top of my head. She wore a mask and spoke on the floor, the House of Representatives. And the mask said, "This mask is as useless as Joe Biden."
And that's right up your alley.
It was my favorite mask ever.
There you go. You should order one.
Well, I think she just had it personally made for her. It wasn't.
I don't think these masks are going to go away. And by the way, ladies, I think there's one still hanging there. Let me kind of did this as a fad, but Big B has one right on his microphone.
Oh, yeah.
The Cave Crew Radio, double cloth. Not quite an N91, but we do have the double cloth masks. Lockdown 2020, available for purchase at a reasonable price at cavecrewradio.com. So we're doing our part.
I have another Cave Crew radio. I don't know where it is at the moment, but I wear that out often.
Yeah.
It's a Cave Crew radio with the beer.
Yeah. Oh, you have that one too?
Yes, I have that one too. And that I keep this one here because I don't want it to get all dirty and shit. I wear the other one out.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You too can have a Cave Crew Radio mask. If you need the link, reach out to us or just go to cavecrewradio.com. All right, we got Florida. Let's get them out of there. And, wrong one. Wrong one. It's okay. We've had a lot of shit we've had to bring up. And, I'm excited about this one because I want to ask questions.
Sure.
I want to ask questions about this one. So, fucking screen. All right, let me find it. Let me find it. There you go, Big B. What is the next story?
The next story comes from the New York Post, and they had keeping with the holiday theme. The headline reads: "Survey reveals the worst holiday gifts Americans have received." A didgeridoo, an enormous rubber duck, a lump of coal, and a paperclip necklace. These have all been named the worst gifts ever. New research revealed a wild list of items people were not keen on receiving again, including aluminum flip-flops, a peacock shirt, and a box of corks.
These are excellent gift ideas. Who would not want a paperclip necklace?
Apparently a lot of people.
Okay.
The survey of 2,000 Americans asked for the worst gifts respondents have ever received and found those to be at the top of the list, the ones I just mentioned.
So more than one person has received aluminum sandals.
Apparently, this was a thing, I guess. While those are shining examples of bad gift giving, the survey also examined the best gift giving habits and found sentiment, 68%, usefulness, 63%, and a personalized touch, 47%, were the keys to making the present receiver feel warm and fuzzy. When asked about the gifts, respondents listed heartwarming items like personalized collages, diamond necklaces, photo books, dream vacations, and handmade art from children.
Well, who wouldn't want that? There's a big difference there.
There's a giant difference.
To a dream vacation. Hello, I just thought I'd drop you off a little something. I really like you. I'm only serving you French hens for dinner, but I thought I'd give you a dream vacation.
Right. Now they also say handmade art from children. Now I have a question. If the handmade art from children was aluminum flip-flops, is that still a good present or is it a bad present? What is it?
Now, here's a good question, though. What is the worst gift you've ever received? Like through all the years, because I had one that came to mind. But what's your worst gift?
I don't know, actually. I honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I don't think I've gotten like a really bad present. Because my wife, I've been with my wife for 20 some odd years. She's always given me nice stuff. And, my parents have, when I was a kid would give me cool shit and Santa Claus and all that shit. I can't think of anything that I got that was really horrendous.
See, now what I'm more thinking of is something we do a stocking. Do you do stockings?
Yeah.
Yeah. And God bless her soul, Isbia. I've also always had amazing gifts and I pretty much like everything I've received. But a couple of things come to mind. First off, I one time in my stocking received an Apple gift pack, so for an Apple phone and an Apple charger and various things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an Apple.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that was kind of weird. And then the other thing I was thinking of is she quite often buys me clothes that I don't wear the entire next year. But then I'll be digging through my stuff and go, oh. And I'll end up it'll come in style. Right. Well, I'm not saying it's style, but it'll come in style to me much later. So often I get that. Oh, buy me a nice sweater or a dress shirt or, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And I'll go, yeah, I love it. I love it. And it'll go away. And then I'll bring it out like a year later and go, oh, this is cool.
See, you remind me of like so we do a stocking as well, and my mother I would always you bring up apple. My mother would always put an actual apple in the stocking.
Yes, Isbia does that too. She does those weird miniature oranges.
I've gotten apples, bananas. I may have gotten an orange once or twice. But then you also bring up you remind me years ago I used to have a full beard. And not just the goatee. I used to have a full beard, and I had it for years and years and years. One year, my father-in-law, my wife's father, bought me a shaving kit, but I had a full beard. I didn't shave.
See?
So I was just like...
everyone has received. And I think if the people listening think about it, there'll be something. Not that it was misintended or a bad gift, like the headline says, but something that was ridiculous.
Right. So that's basically the only things that come to mind. And even, my mother putting the apple or the banana in the stocking, that was, it's fruit. You want to eat, you have your kids eat healthy. I have no problem with that. But yeah, just popped in my mind the shaving kit when I had a full beard and didn't shave for decades.
Does anybody actually go, oh my God, an apple?
Probably not, no.
But what's funny is, I don't know if Isby's ever done it. She does those weird little oranges, but I don't know what they're called. But they only
Mandarin oranges.
Yeah, they come around at Christmas time in a little box, and she buys it, and everyone loves them. They're very good. But I remember too getting an apple or banana in my fucking stocking when I was a kid.
Yep. All the time, every single year.
I mean, what a fucking thing to fill up space, eh? Like,
and that's all it does is fill up space.
You're so excited. You get a candy cane, you get some lifesavers, you get a little hot rod car or whatever, Hot Wheels car, and a fucking banana.
Right. That's why I got used to it. So the first thing, I wouldn't open the presents. I would go for the stocking first, empty out the stocking and say, oh, there's my apple, there's my banana. And then, of course, like you said, a candy cane or, a couple other things. So I'd always go for that first because I knew it wasn't going to be anything major.
Right. Yeah. It's funny that leave your thoughts in chat or in the Cave Crew Radio Facebook page. I'd love to know what and you don't have to say who gave it to you or anything like that. But what's the worst gift or the weirdest gift you ever got in your stocking or under the tree? I don't know. This story, and we have a video for this in a minute, but this story is a little bit scarier. You heard of Krampus? That horror movie Krampus?
Krampus, yeah.
Krampus, yeah. He's like the kid had a bad Christmas and he wished the demon would come, and Krampus came. Well, this isn't really Krampus, but this is kind of like a real life Christmas horror story.
Absolutely. And again, keeping with the Christmas theme, this story coming from USA Today. The headline reads, South Africa's most venomous snake slithers out of family's decorated Christmas tree.
How well are you all going to sleep tonight now?
If you have a real tree, you better keep an eye on it. 'Twas not yet the night before Christmas, but there was a creature stirring in a certain house in South Africa, one of the most poisonous snakes in the country. The Wild family in Robertson, South Africa, had just finished decorating the tree on December 10th at their home in the Western Cape province. Before they turned on the lights, the family of four was admiring their work when my wife, Marcella, pointed to our two cats and said she thought there might be a mouse in the tree as they were starting to stare at it. Now, anybody with cats knows that, they see things that you don't see, and they're going to fixate on something and try to pounce or see what it does. If they're fixated on something, something is there.
I love this. Hey, okay, carry on. This is beautiful. The two cats, I don't have cats, but I have had cats. Yeah, they are intense. They are predators. They are killers.
Absolutely.
I don't know if they're any match for this fucking thing inside the tree, especially the camouflage this thing has. Well, look, but here's the thing. Before you go any further, let's look at this tree. They've decorated the entire tree.
Right.
Okay, so they very intricately placed the bulbs and I'm sure all the lights, and there's a lot of shit going on in that tree, and we have yet to get our surprise yet.
Yeah, they went through the entire tree. Like I said, they were stepping back to admire their handiwork before lighting it up. So meaning they wrapped the lights around it too. They wrapped the lights around and put all the decorations on it, and they didn't sense anything was wrong. The story continues. It was not even a mouse that the cats were eyeing. Marcella Wilde looked closer, then shouted, "Snake!"
Snake!
And we all got back. Rob Wilde, a UK...
Sorry, I had to throw that one in there.
Rob Wilde, a UK stock market trader, gave a closer look and searched online to try to identify the snake. I Googled what snakes are in our area, and it came up immediately.
Big B, wait a minute. Before you can, this is an extremely calm family. They've dressed the tree. They've decorated it. The human or the feline freaking carbon monoxide detectors are warning them there's something in the tree. He steps back. He takes a picture to find out what kind of fucking... If there was a fucking snake in my tree, I'd be screaming like a girl out the fucking door, okay?
You have to remember where you live. In different places in the world have these different... Like in Australia, they have these gigantic spiders and insects and shit, and people aren't fazed by it. But if it was us, we'd freak out and burn the house down.
Yes.
So you have to understand where you live. This may be a natural occurrence that they see snakes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. These thoughts coming up as we...
I Googled what snakes are in our area, and it came up immediately as a boom slang.
What snakes are in my area? Excuse me, I got to write that down. Carry on.
Pardon the interruption while we write down this.
Carry on.
I thought, holy Moses, this is the king of all poisonous snakes. Wilde contacted his nearby snake catcher. Now, again, we don't have nearby snake catchers, but in South Africa they do. That's why they are so calm, because this is a normal thing. The nearby snake catcher is named Jerry Hines to come and catch a snake. He sent some photos to Hines, who initially thought it was a prank. I thought it was one of my fellow snake catchers trying to catch me out, and closed down the photos after laughing. They won't be fooling me, he told the Mirror. Then my mobile rang, and it was Rob who sent the photos and promised me they really do have a boom slang in their Christmas tree, and it was no joke. He asked the family to keep an eye on the snake in case it tried to hide. When he arrived, Hines said it wasn't an easy catch as it was very nippy, and it kept going up and down and around the tree. And I was trying not to upset the decorations or lights.
I was trying not to upset the decorations.
He was a very thoughtful snake catcher, trying to not upset the decorations or lights.
This is wonderful. Oh.
Pardon me while I write things down.
This should have been the Big Bang story of the week. We do have a video of the snake, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by.
When the snake finally came down to the floor, Hines captured it with tongs. For the family, it was a very long 2 hours until he got here, and it was like the cavalry turning up. But once he hooked it out with his tongs, we could breathe again.
I would still not sleep the night.
And that's basically it.
That chair. That tree would be on the front lawn. It would not be standing, Big B.
Just a quick side note, because the story goes on, but there's not much else to it. Even though boom slangs are the most venomous snakes in the country, cobras and mambas have faster acting venom. To survive a boom slang bite, you have about 8 to 20 hours to get to the hospital and get an antidote. So you're okay.
Get yourself an EpiPen.
Yeah, you're all right.
All right, so look at this. I'm gonna get rid of this, and here is an actual video of this fucking boom slang. Here we go. Let's get it up here, and what the fuck? Rewind.
Or we could watch Metallica and the Raiders playoff chances.
We have to. Why does this never work?
This is
because you got to go through the ads.
Yeah, but I can't even get the. Yeah, any way you want it. There you go.
I would say the video.
Hang on. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to call an audible here, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to pull up said video again. Bear with us. We're kind of new at this video shit. And I don't know, like, if videos expire, but I'm gonna pull it up again right now. Watch. I'm gonna go into media. I go to YouTube. I'll post it there. I really want people to see this fucking snake. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna turn this to networks. All right, let's press play. Now put it on solo. Hang on.
Oh, look at that.
There's the boom slang.
There's the snake.
You've decorated that entire tree. You're sitting in your living room.
Wow, that's fucked up.
There's no way that tree would end up staying in my house.
Now, how did you decorate and run lights, and that thing stayed in the tree?
A small snake. Look at that fucker. And the guy's Googling it.
Wow. And look at them. Like I said, it depends on where you live. They're calm. They're filming it like it's nothing.
Oh, and here he is.
Here's the snake catcher trying not to upset the decorations.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, too. Look at him. Oh! Wow.
See, right there, I'd be out of the house. That thing is loose.
I'd be out of the house. The tree would be out of the house. Everything would be out of the house.
The house would be on fire. I'd burn it down.
Not a chance I'd live through that. Holy shit. I might not even sleep well tonight. Thank God I got dogs to protect. They're so vigilant, dogs are. All right, one last story, ladies and gentlemen, for our Christmas show. And what I found funny about this, Big B, I know you're going to announce it, but not only is it Brazil, but it also involves the water slide. Amanda's in the chat. I don't think Amanda's going to sleep well tonight.
After seeing that video, probably not.
Amanda is probably going to take the vacuum to her Christmas tree right now.
I have a question. Does her vacuum say nice and clean on it? Does it have writing on it? Is it a Ray Dunn vacuum?
I don't know, Big B, but I'm scratching myself. I'm looking in corners of my dark basement, and I'm not feeling too good about this fucking boom slang. Not a good call. That was not a good Christmas story, Big B.
Well, you keep all the Christmas stories together, and you end up with a fight.
Oh, this is of course.
So at the end of every holiday, you end up, if you're with multiple members of your family at your house, inevitably the alcohol will flow, and somebody will fight with somebody else at the end of the night.
Or if you're serving them French hens and they don't think it's a good portion of meat.
That's right.
This is what I'm dying for, is when a real hungry person I can't wait to get to Big B's. He's a pit master. He makes the best food in the world, and you plop down a fucking chicken the size of an egg.
And I will say again, They didn't pay for it. You get what you get. If you don't like it, get the fuck out.
You take pictures of everyone's faces, please. I told you, I went to a fancy dinner and that was on my plate, and I looked at it and I went, there's more bones than fucking meat.
This story comes from the left-wing piece of shit site, Vice, from the Vice World News. The headline reads, Brazilian politicians are now settling disputes with MMA fighting.
And we have video of this once I get it to work too, ladies and gentlemen.
Two politicians in Brazil settled a dispute with their fists over the weekend in a 3-round MMA-style brawl that went viral around the country. The match pitted a 39-year-old mayor against former councilor Enes de Silva, age 45.
But close, okay.
The two had been feuding over a water park project and taking shots at each other in the local press and social media for months, and decided the best way to settle their beef was with a good old-fashioned fight.
I love Brazil. I want to visit. Was this the same water park with the cow?
I believe so. It was in Brazil, so I believe so.
And what was the name of that cow again? It was like...
I don't know. Doug the cow. I have no idea.
Slide.
In September, Silva challenged the mayor to a fist fight, calling him a crook and blaming him for allegedly failing to conserve a water park on a river that passes Borba, where is mayor, according to The Guardian. Another left-wing leaning shit rag. Oh, fuck, hold on.
But this is like the Wild Wild West. Could you imagine?
God damn it.
Could you imagine Trudeau versus Biden?
Oh, God. What a god-awful fight that would be.
It would be awesome. Or who's the guy from North Korea? Kang-woo?
Kim Jong-il.
Yeah, Kim Jong-il. That's who I was thinking of.
His eventually agreed to the fight, but only if it was organized properly inside a ring, saying he was the mayor and not a street fighter. The fight finally happened in the early hours of Sunday morning in the gymnasium of a local school and was live streamed on the mayor's Facebook account. My friends, is politics.
Gentlemen, we have video of this. Do you want me to go with the video?
No, we need to go blow by blow first.
Okay.
Surrounded by onlookers, the two politicians entered the ring about 2:30 a.m. Why the fuck is it at 2:30 in the morning? Jesus.
It's Brazil.
All right.
Some place. We need to have our first annual Cave Crew Radio Convention in Brazil. We were talking about like upper state New York and all these other places. We need to do it in Brazil.
Video of the fight shows the mayor debuting to a Brazilian pop band called Novo Vencedor.
Yes. We've got to play them on air.
It's a new winner, I guess, is what it equates to. Then approached Silva and ran his finger across his neck in a gesture signifying decapitation of his rival. He did this. The 3-round battle started with Silva aggressively going at the mayor with leg kicks until connected with a right jab, knocking his opponent to the ground. Then the mayor pounced on him, pinning him to the ground while landing a few more punches. But the momentum changed quickly after that, with Silva flipping the mayor and landing several blows of his own. The men then proceeded to land several punches and kicks on each other until the first round ended. The two politicians' lack of professional training was obvious, as both men appeared to be tired and worn out quickly.
Oh, they were done.
Through the remainder of the 2 rounds, their kicks and punches were sloppy and rigid, but seemingly effective as the fight slowed down as it continued. It eventually became like fucking old men slap fighting. Although Silva seemed to have the upper hand in the final 2 rounds, landing numerous kicks on the mayor before the bout ended. When the judges gave their final call, Mayor was declared the winner.
The mayor won in the end.
The mayor won in the end.
This is fantastic. All right, so let's see if we can get the live footage to work here. We'll try again. Here is live footage of the mayor and the councilor.
The place is packed, by the way.
Oh, this is... I'd be there. Who's the midget?
I don't know.
What a kick. Oh!
Oh, a knockdown.
Well, that is fantastic. That is the most action we've had on this show in years.
I wish that's how all politicians settled their differences.
Like, just
I would love to see it. Can you imagine if that was how we settled presidential elections? Can you imagine in 2016 Trump against Hillary Clinton? Can you imagine in 2020 Trump against Joe Biden? What a matchup that would be.
Fucking drag her by the hair around, smash her face into a cage.
How great would that? Everybody would rejoice if that happened.
WWE, take note. This is what sells tickets. That was phenomenal. What a Christmas special it was. I love Brazil. Absolutely. They have the Miss Bum Bum contest. We've talked about Brazil before, and it's no Florida. It's always like really fun, cool shit.
They also are the world's leader in HIV cases, just so you know.
Well, I'm not saying keep your pants up.
Yes, please keep your pants on when you're in Brazil.
Wear your undergarment mask while you're down in Brazil. But could you imagine being there on vacation? You're there, you go to a nice dinner. Oh, look at this. There's a UFC fight. And you go watch these two fucking slap each other around. And not only that, you get a free concert from whatever you name that band.
Yeah, whatever they're called.
They'll probably never be heard of again. That's probably their big, it's kind of like their version of We Are the World.
It's their claim to fame.
Yeah, they're done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the Christmas special. If we have not jammed enough in there for you tonight, I don't know what else we can do, but next week is a really big show. Everybody loves when Africa comes on in the cave. Big B and I usually just sit back, do a lot of writing and laughing. But he's back, and we will do the inaugural wild card just in case draw. Isbia, Eric the Swede, or Scotty will be on standby on January 14th.
I can't wait.
Comes the time to name a show. I have quite a few. I need a spare page for you. This one's a little bit too long, but I really like this. It was Holy Moses. This is the king of poisonous snakes.
There you go. Certainly too long, but can make show notes.
Absolutely. I kind of like, because it was Christmas during the, bad gift thing, a lump of coal.
Okay.
I do have. I also had Rent a Kin. But I do have two absolute favorites.
Okay.
The first was from Mike Jolitz, reads the news, when he said, "The juice is loose."
Loose, yes.
Brought back good memories. And then my ultimate favorite, and I'm sure you will challenge it, but aluminum flip-flops. is my absolute favorite. I'm going to guess tonight you have to have 7.
I have 4.
Oh, yeah, you were busy. Okay, you were ruling the court.
Yes.
Stories, yes.
Yes. There was a lot of stuff going on tonight, so I have 4. First from very early on, I just wrote it down. Chair, do you dare?
Okay.
Next one is, again, way too long for a show title, but I think it should be in the show notes. Trying not to upset the decorations or lights.
Babe, driving Riley home.
Okay. Trying not to upset
the decorations or lights.
Decoration. Yeah, that was a good one. And, you know, on a side note, before you move forward, that shows the professionalness and the calmness, like that. The guy that used to, who was that guy used to be? Call it, I'm opening the mouth of the alligator. Ended up dying anyway. His kids are, you know, the guy. I mean,
the crocodile hunter.
Yeah, like you got to have respect for those people. They have such.
He's one of 6 people a year to die from a stingray.
Yeah. Of all the things that he divulged in, he died by a stingray.
Fucking asshole.
Anyway, number 3. He's not an asshole. He was a pretty cool guy. Jacques Cousteau was an asshole.
No, he was a wonderful guy, the fucking crocodile hunter, but he died in a fucking asshole way. 6 people a year die from fucking stingrays, and he's one of them.
Yeah, and not jabbed through the chest, by the way. Normally.
Next one is plain and simple. Boom slang.
Yeah, that's a good one too. All right, and your favorite?
My favorite, and this doesn't happen often, ladies and gentlemen, but my favorite and DK's favorite are the exact same thing.
Oh, that makes things so easy tonight.
Aluminum flip-flops, ladies and gentlemen.
How else can you end the show, the Christmas special, aluminum flip-flops? But there's so many good things for the show notes, Big B. And what a jam. I'm exhausted.
It was, it's 9:43 here on the East Coast, and the time just flew by tonight.
I'm absolutely exhausted. You know, sometimes we sit down, all right, we're going to extend the epicenter, or we'll put in some fill. There was a lot of shit that happened tonight. I'm probably going to have to go back and listen just to see what we covered. But it's not over yet. Season 8's not over yet. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, Afka, one of your favorites. You guys love him. You always have. Is here live in studio. And the first ever preventative wildcard draw. And we'll get his feelings on the blood feud. All right.
Can't wait.
I got number 1, I got to pee. Number 2, I can't talk anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.
Later.
Merry Christmas, by the way.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here!
Go! Just go! Get out! Get the hell out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I have a running war with the media. They are among the most dishonest human beings on earth.